Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some A-gap pressure from the Big Nickel Bear out of the 46 normal playbook, also known as the 335 Bear. And the first thing we're going to look at is just going to be some A-gap. And first thing I want to do is show you A-gap from the right side of the screen, and we're just going to go into the play Storm Red. Now, the first thing we want to do is base align. We're going to shift our linebackers to the right. Hot blitz the left outside linebacker by using our D-pad and then right on the right stick, who happens to be this linebacker sitting right here. You could actually go and manual blitz him if you want. Then our middle linebacker here, who's already blitzing, we're going to drop him in a purple. We're going to put our defensive tackle right here over basically our nose tackle in a spy. We're going to purple Alden Smith here, the defensive end. And then this defensive back that we end up right here with him in the gap right here, we're going to go ahead and man him up on cruise. So that's going to be our setup. It's actually a pretty good coverage defense as well. We can go ahead and shift our coverage down or up. If you shift it up, shade it up, you're going to want to go ahead and put this safety in a deep zone, or just know since you're using him, you need to watch this seam pretty well. I usually go ahead and shade coverage down. So now at the snap right there, I did something wrong. But let's go ahead and set this up again. We're going to base align, shift our linebackers right, hot blitz the linebacker on the right. Spy, purple, man up, purple. And there we go. And as you can see, we come screaming up the A-gap with no issue that time. Now, say we wanted to come from the left, same out of Storm Red. What we're going to do is base align, shift our linebackers right, hot blitz the linebacker on the left. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same setup with our opposite side of the field. So we're going to spy the nose tackle. We're going to drop the defensive end in the purple. This defensive back that's blitzing, we're going to go ahead and put in and man him up on a slot or tight end or anything like that. Now with Willis, what I usually do is I'm going to go ahead and drop him in a hook and drop the safety in a purple to the left side of the field. So now it's essentially the same coverage. The only difference is now I'm going to use Patrick Willis. And now we should get it clean off the left edge, off the left A-gap, as you can see. So now we have dual A-gap pressure. We can get A-gap from either side without an issue. And a lot of people are avoiding it by rolling out this year. This is one of those pressures that slide protecting aggressive does not always stop. So some people are going to have to roll out, and now they're not going to know whether to roll out right or left because you have the ability to send it from both sides. Now, the A-gap from the left side, you can set up from any play in the formation, any base type play in the formation. So let's go ahead and take a look at cover 3. Now, as you can see, our DB here isn't blitzing by default, and our linebacker already is. So we're not going to have to hot blitz anybody. So basically, all we're going to do from cover 3 or 2-man under or cover 1, any play like that, or anything like that, what we're going to do is we're just going to base align, shift our linebackers right. We're going to go ahead and blitz down this defensive back. And now what I like to do from these base formations is I drop the nose tackle in a hook zone, and I spy the defensive end on this side. Now I'm going to go ahead and use Willis. Now my first responsibility is going to recover to this seam, basically where we have our man blitzing from. So we have this DB blitzing here. So I need to go recover his area of the field, which would be right here, because he was actually in a purple over there. So now at the snap, as you can see, we get the A-gap flying extremely fast with really good coverage behind it. Let's go ahead and look at 2-man under. 2-man under, same thing. Base align, shift our line to the right. Linebackers to the right. Blitz down that safety, blitz down that DB. Hook and spy. And now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Willis and I'm going to line him up on cruise. If I decide not to do that, what I will do a lot of times, this is what I personally do. This isn't something I recommend. I would recommend just go ahead and line Willis up on cruise. But if not, what you can do is go ahead and put him in a hook, drop this safety down in a purple, or man him up on cruise there in the slot. And now I can use Willis over the middle of the field and look to cover anybody. And you see how fast this blitz comes. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, just to complement this, out of the same look, one thing I like to do is send heavy pressure from the right and left sides. And what I'm going to do is base a line and shift my linebackers to the right. I'm just in cover 3 right now. And I'm just going to hot blitz the outside linebacker on the right and this DB right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do dual hook zones with one purple on the outside on this side. And I'm going to bring the safety down into the box. And now I'm just going to look to use anything short and quick, because this pressure should come pretty fast. And as you can see, it pretty much did exactly what I wanted it to do. Now, this is all with the same look, keep in mind. Now, say I want to do it from Storm Red. Well, that's even easier, actually. And all I'm going to do is go ahead and do the same thing, base the line, shift my linebackers to the right. Then I'm going to hot blitz this linebacker on the right side of the field. And then all I'm going to do now is go ahead and put Willis in a purple to the left side of the field. And I'm going to crash my D-line to the left, but I'm going to re-blitz both defensive ends and then spread the line. And now what should happen is I should get that same pressure off the right edge. What you actually could do to make it a little faster is just base the line, shift the linebackers right, hot blitz the linebacker on the right, zone Willis, crash the D-line down, and re-blitz just the defensive end on the right, and it would work fine, as you can see. And I actually ended up with dual pressure that time. Let's see if that happens again. I highly doubt it. Oh, maybe it will happen. Dual pressure. There you go. So, and then as far as coverage defense, I like this Storm Red as well. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up with the base line and shift the linebackers over. And I'm going to put this blitzing DB here in a purple. I'm going to put this blitzing DB in a purple as well. And then I'm going to drop one spy here on the defensive end. I'm going to drop a deep blue from this nose tackle. Well, first I'm going to crash my line down because I want Alden Smith to shoot out to the outside. So deep blue, spy. Alden Smith, his blitz angle takes him to that offensive tackle over there on the left. And then with Willis, I'm either going to man him up on somebody and use this linebacker here that's already in a hook, or I'm going to man up the guy that's already in a hook on somebody, and I'll use Willis in a hook zone. And now this is a really, really good coverage defense. And we just have the field blanketed, and eventually an elite pass rusher like Alden Smith is going to come in clean. Now, guys, I have a whole bunch more setups in this formation. It's actually the formation that I built at the time that I was assuming that I was going to be going to the Madden Challenge. If those of you who don't know, I actually wasn't able to, more because of personal financial issues. Don't really want to go into everything, but a lot of y'all know I'm getting out of the military real soon due to injury. So because of that, I had to make the right decision. So anyways, all y'all keep your heads up, because the entire Big Nickel Bear breakdown is coming very, very soon as well.